We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times.
That makes sense.
Well, anything like
coffee, tea.
Well, a lot of like any. Probably you can't like have orange juice or
none of that.
And all the high acidic,
very
stuff.
acidic stuff. Yeah.
Strawberries is news to me.
Well, since I take a medicine that's basically basically crack cocaine, I don't drink a lot of
and
coffee
strawberries
anymore.
have acid in them, and then
I love strawberries.
The seeds and everything and all of that because they have seeds on the outside, so they're technically not a fruit.
I learned that if I don't know what it is, but if you have like there's a certain thing on your stomach that you can't eat seeds.
What?
Like
is that like corn?
Like IBS or something, like a form of IBS. I don't know what it is, but like I was like, oh, and then we were talking at work and someone was saying like, yeah, strawberries. I'm like, oh. I think it's if you have diverticulitis.
Seeds and nuts are harder for your body to
digest. Yeah.
You have a digest.
Except these nuts.
Oh.
I was just blanching these nuts.
What were you making?
Smells
Yeah.
amazing.
Roasting in the oven. It's hazelnuts. I'm making.
You weren't making roasting chestnuts on an open fire?
Nah.
No, they're hazelnuts.
Oh, yeah. Are you making Nutella?
Well, no, this one's going to be... So I made a hazelnut paste, and now I'm making a hazelnut...
Is that like decoration? So you dip the
praline.
Oh, you make the praline? Okay.
Oh. Well, your nuts smell great.
I love the pralines and cream from Baskin Robbins. That's what I used to eat the most when I worked there.
Pralines and cream?
Oh yeah, spoonfuls. Oh.
Well, yeah, because I mean that's
I think
something.
my mom likes that one.
I think that's something you Mormons are allowed to have.
Yeah,
so
Are you sure it's not caffeinated?
Jamocha almond fudge was my mom's
So,
favorite.
Jamocha
and she
almond
always
fudge-
was like, "Don't tell anybody I love
But
the
like,
Jamocha almond."
I
fudge."
liked the Jamocha, but not the almond fudge.
Oh.
But wait a second. That has coffee in it.
I know that's why she's like, "Don't tell anybody."
Oh my gosh, she's so
Scandalous.
She's so scandalous. Scandalous.
Oh my God! Don't tell anyone. She committed a crime, a cardinal sin.
Speaking of crime, I'm Paul,
And I'm Joe.
and we're these unprecedented gays.
Because it should be illegal to be this sick or
Okay.
this beautiful.
Sickening.
Sounds like
To be this.
call the CDC because we're sickening.
We still have a CDC?
No, they've been unfunded.
Wait, really?
No, I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
No, we left the WHO, the World Health Organization.
Yes.
We left the WHO.
The who?
The WHO. But I think we still have CDC because RFK's leading the CDC
Yeah, I guess so.
with his brainworm.
For
Yeah,
now,
and it's fitness influencers.
I love them. Kid Rock doing their workouts on the
Workout in jeans and then
Yeah.
getting in a hot tub.
yeah.
Girl.
Just because you have jeans on doesn't make it
That's
any
how you
less
get.
gay.
That's how you get all the ladies.
Maybe he was trying to shrink them.
On some level, it makes it more gay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how was your week, Joe?
Well, it has been a week. So I think I told you guys. I'll start off with my diagnosis
Okay.
Oh my God, you have a diagnosis?
of the shingles.
Oh, that's right.
So
Ass shingles.
This-
But please tell everybody where it's located.
it's on my upper left butt cheek.
Shingulus gluteus.
So okay, I'll get into the details. but,
Gluteus
like,
shingulus.
it's along the nerves. So it's apparently your sacral nerve, which like sprouts out at like your tailbone.
Is that a watch?
Sacral? I don't know. So this all stemmed from like Sunday or Monday last week. I was like, I got bit by some bugs, and I'm like, that's weird, right? And like, could be Max brought something in. Who knows, right? I thought nothing of it, and then it was like getting really weird and like really angry looking, and I was like, this doesn't seem good. Like, I've had bug bites, but okay, why are we looking at that?
It kind of looks like that.
Oh my God.
God, I hope that's not what your butt looks like.
No. So I have a very mild case, and it's like 4 shingles.
Okay, can I just talk for a second? Actually, from this distance, that actually looks like a tattoo of Japanese cherry blossoms on this woman's ass.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I'm not trying to make fun of her shingles, but it actually does look like that.
Yeah, I'm being festive for the cherry blossoms. So I thought it was bug bites, and then on like a Thursday morning, I was showering and I was like, what the fuck? My lymph node in my left groin was like angry, and I was like, this is not normal. So I was like, what can you get disease-wise from bug bites?
Do not go on WebMD. You're dying.
The bubonic plague. So I was like, fuck, do I have the plague?
So was it like swollen or painful?
It looked like a really angry rash, and I couldn't tell, but it was like little blisters. And I'm like, I thought it was just like a bug bite, right?
You didn't pop them, did you?
No, I left it.
Okay.
And so the thing that's crazy is like, I have had no nerve pain, no like itching. It just was this weird like
You know
thing.
why? Probably because you have a shingles vaccine.
I never got vaccinated.
No, because a lot of times they don't do that
because I'm
until
not
you're like
old enough
50.
for it.
Until you're like 50.
Oh my God.
So all this to say, like on Thursday,
Do I need my shingles vaccine?
get the
Yeah.
shingles vaccine. Yes,
But do it at a time when you want to be in.
Yes.
It's gonna kick your ass.
so
Okay.
shingles kicks your ass if you have it. For me, it's been like just fatigue. So on
Can I
Thursday,
put a towel down while you sit
No,
on
I'm fine.
I'm gonna get the plastic wrap.
No. So by the time
He wants the Italian furniture.
Get the
experience.
tarp.
Yeah.
So by the time I did the telemedicine, I was like, hey, like Dr. Olga, like she comes in and she's like, what's going on? I was like, I've had this like rash with bug bites.
I love that he did a telemedicine, so obviously he's just looking at an empty room with an empty chair, and then walks Olga and sits down.
She was on her screen, and I was like, hey, and she's like, so what's going on? And I tell
So
her.
did you have to like stand up?
I
and
showed her
show
my
your
butt,
ass?
but I took high definition pictures on my phone and I uploaded.
Oh, you didn't just like get up and like make it.
No, because you can't. When you're on a webcam, you can't tell.
I thought you were gonna do like OnlyFans.
No, but I did a little.
Anybody
I dropped
looking at
trout.
Joe's,
I dropped trout, and I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, what makes you think it's bug bites?" I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to tell you, it's shingles." And I was like, "Are you sure?"
I love that. I'm sure she was happy to hear that.
I know,
I
God.
was like, "So it's not a bug bite?" She's like, "Yeah, shingles."
How could you tell from
So
over the phone?
it was a video conference.
No, I knew
right?
that, but I
and
mean-
so the pictures that I uploaded were very close up. And then she
Did
saw
Nick
it.
take them?
No, I
No.
took them like macro photo, baby. And she was like, "So those are shingles. They're already crusted over, and blisters are done."
Did you use any of Nick's camera?
No.
equipment?
Should have.
No.
Lighting it.
Oh my God, that
She was
We're gonna
like,
give it a sepia tone.
The depth of
"No, I didn't want any of that." And I was like, "Okay, are you like again?" I'm like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, it's like very like clinical like diagnosis. Like where it is location wise, it's only on one side. Like bug bites
It
don't
meets all the
bite like
criteria.
that." Yeah, and I'm like, okay. So like, what do I do? Right? I was like, I've never been diagnosed with shingles before. I don't know what to do. She's like, I'll give you a prescription for 7 days of like an antiviral, and she's like, and you'll clear up and be fine. I'm like, okay, right? So then I took the antiviral, and then everything's fine. Like I have had no issues, and I've been like researching Reddit of like how have your shingles been like. And
You should not do that.
I know.
it has made me feel like I got so lucky because people are like, I'm in debilitating pain.
Yeah.
I cannot move.
That's
and I'm
what
like,
I've heard. When
I'm like, I've had none of. I've been like a little tired over the weekend, which I think it's the medicine, but like
The
I
horse
will tell
pills.
you, like I've been so lucky. Knock on wood.
I will tell you, when you told us about this over the weekend when we were texting, I told Andy it's a little triggering because when I worked at Pier 1 in Orlando, I had a coworker who had full-blown AIDS, and they were put in the hospital because they had shingles. And they were in so much pain.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it
scary.
was that or complications, but he
Yeah.
died in the hospital.
Oh my god.
So I'm like,
It's scary. And the whole thing, I was like, I wasn't even gonna do a telemedicine, and I'm like, something isn't fit. Like, I don't feel like this is right. And I'm like, the telemedicine, you call, like, you get in a queue, and it was fine. And I'm like, thank God I did, because I mean, it would have resolved on its own, but like, I would have had no idea.
I love how Joe's like, are you sure? Like she's just going through Zoom call after Zoom call, going shingles, shingles,
Yeah.
shingles.
I was in shock and denial because I was like, how could I have shingles? Because I told her, I was like, I don't feel like I'm overly stressed. I feel like I manage my
I'm
stress.
not a Tudor house.
Yes.
I don't think-
My roof does not need patching. But she was like, yeah, you might have just had like a dormant case of chickenpox that popped up. And I called my mom over the weekend, and she's like, when you were younger, you had chickenpox, but it was like very mild. Like, she's like, we didn't even take you to the doctor, and we just like kind of assumed it was chickenpox. And I'm like, oh. So all this to say, the PSA for everyone listening and in the room, go to the doctor and get stuff checked out.
Okay.
Because you never know. And like because I was expecting her to be like, oh, you have an infection from like a bug bite. We'll give you like some antibiotics. I wasn't expecting you got shingles.
You know what though? The fact that you've had it now, will that give you immunity?
No. If anything, I have a higher probability.
For the silver lining.
Yeah, I have a higher probability of getting it again.
Him getting through this challenge does not grant him immunity.
No.
It works with our topic for this week.
Yeah, no.
I think it's ironic because I'm the stressed out one.
Well, and I think I think because like it was just a random sequence of events. Honestly, like who knows?
And I mean, considering where it is, you cannot partake in the carnal,
girl, we are out
proclivities
of
that you normally would.
Yeah, well, and I'm like, because I was in the office, and I'm like, Nick was in the other room, and I'm like, so it's shingles, and he's like, oh my god, and I'm like, I know.
I was like, you monster.
I was like, and I've been like disgusted by myself because like it's not cute. Like I am a very like non-blister bitch. Like, and I have like this leprosy basically, and I've been so disgusted.
For any of our listeners out there, if you have had or do have shingles right now, please note that we are not.
I'm not shingle shaming, but I'm just saying I feel not departed. I feel denied by my body. Like, why would you do this to me? Like, how could you do this to me? I was rooting for you.
I think it's shingle shun.
Yeah.
Now, is it spreadable like contact-wise?
So it's only spreadable if you touch an active blister.
Okay.
So like I had like again like 4 or 5 little like dots, and like they cleared up very quickly. I'm telling you, I got super lucky by taking the antiviral drugs, and like I'm almost like clear and like gone. Like it basically is just like a little scab, and it's just again it's crazy. Like get yourself checked, everyone. Do not say no to your gut, and always trust your intuition. So that was part of my week.
Okay.
And then the other thing that we did was on Saturday.
Yep.
We went to the Old Globe and saw Bartleby, which was
Bartleby
an
the
adaptation.
Scrivener.
Yeah, it was an adaptation of Bartleby the Scrivener, which is an old short story, which I remember reading in like high school. And they made it like modernized sort of, but it was a really interesting
80-minute no intermission. My favorite kind of play.
Interesting play.
He was the guy that said, "I prefer not to."
Yes. And
I'd
that
prefer
literally
not
was
to.
his only line. All he said, the one guy that played him, I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer not to. And I'm like,
And a scrivener's like a law clerk. So he worked in like a law office.
Yeah.
But every time someone told him to do something,
he said, I'd prefer not to.
I prefer not to.
And then he ultimately dies in jail because he gets policed out because he wouldn't leave the law firm. Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert.
Well, I think it's done being played. Like, I think it's not in run anymore. Not being run. So we saw that, and then we watched Zootopia 2.
Okay.
Which I was so here for. I loved everything about it. And I will say the Shakira song didn't really meet the same energy as the first Zootopia, but I was here for it.
Okay.
So that was kind of my week. What have you been up to?
So the biggest thing was I did a quick trip to DC.
Oh my god, that was last week?
Yes, so I went in on Tuesday, and then worked all day Wednesday, and then got up early Thursday, did my event, and then came home Thursday evening.
Wow.
So for those out there who are traveling, yes, it was not actually for us. It was not bad. And like going through TSA and stuff like that, and then actually going through Dulles was not bad. I think my wait was like 25 minutes in the TSA line, and that's usually how it is for TSA.
Okay.
Because TSA over there is super crowded, so everybody uses it.
But 20 minutes isn't bad.
No. So I was very happy about that. And then we went to a birthday party this weekend for a friend of ours, and that was fun. Andy made a carrot cake. Because that's what they wanted. So
was it good?
It was
It was good, and I had like trimmings that I was going to try to make for you guys today, but it wasn't
Well, because you ate them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, they were in like plastic, but they didn't last.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't want you to get sick.
Oh, it's fine. I already am.
I mean, other than that, that's about my whole week. So, and trying to stay positive and DC was fun. It was really hard going from like 90-degree weather here in San Diego to like 39-degree weather.
Heat wave.
It's also a very political event.
It was also very political. And very, so, at this event, it's a National Catholic Prayer Breakfast. I put it on. I will go where the money is. You want to give me your money to take care of stuff for you?
Amen.
Fine.
Yep.
Yes.
So at one point, like I handle like the exhibitors and stuff like that when they come in for their tables. I tell them where they go, and I introduce myself. I'm like, "Hi, I'm JP. How are you today?" Mm-hmm. And one guy
Your
was
alter
like,
ego.
"Huh?
Your alter ego."
Yeah, my alter ego. And so I was like, I'm JP. How are you today? And he's like, blessed and something else. He's like, how are you, JP? And I'm like, blessed and highly favored.
Yes, honey, closet. I say that at work. People are like, how are you doing? Blessed and highly favored.
And the people are like,
what?
Why are you saying that? And I'm like, because that's about as much as I know, and I got that from Drag Race.
But you are blessed and you're highly favored.
There you go. So, and then I was able to book my trip to Cabo. So this will be fun.
When are you going?
Wow. My companion trip.
And his companion trip.
When are you going?
We leave on the 16th of April I will be there till the 24th. Andy will be there until the 19th, just going for the weekend.
Nice. Like Thursday until Sunday.
Yeah, we're staying at the Nobu Resort in Cabo. San Lucas.
Is it like an all-expenses resort?
No, it's not all-inclusive, and it's kind of expensive. But it's like we could stay for free, but like
it's all-expensive report.
Right, it's all expensive.
Girl, you aren't paying.
Well, I'm not paying for the room, but like we have to pay for like our food and stuff.
It has a very like Japanese.
I love it.
Like Zen kind of.
Even in the rooms, they have what they call onsen soaking tubs, and they're teak wood.
Oh,
so they're beautiful.
Are you going to take a bath in the tub?
I will.
Okay. You will soak in the soaking
the soaking tub.
Soak in the
I will be.
Oh my god!
I will be teabagging that tub.
Soak in the soaking tub. Jesus Christ!
But it is a beautiful resort, so I'm very excited about that. The thing is like I was going through my because at work the girls were like, "Oh, somebody deleted a lot of the your upcoming vacations, so we couldn't remember exactly which ones. So we need to go through that and put it back in." I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gone from the 16th to the 24th in April. And they're like, okay. I was like, then I'm gone from the 27th of April till the 12th of May. And then I'm gone from the 15th of May till this day.
Are you gone like for a full month?
Almost.
Oh my God.
Yes. And it's like, because I have event after event after event.
But then you go on vacation.
Well, yeah, I go on vacation when we get back from Cabo.
Yeah.
So
which is hilarious because people go to Cabo for vacation.
Well, it's like I'm there for like a week, and then I'm like, I get back and we get back on a Friday. So like, and then we leave on a Monday.
So you have 2 days to kind of like get packed and everything.
Oh yeah, that's more than enough for me. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, no, that's the week. So that means it's time for mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation.
Oh. Okay, chair.
What's giving you life, Joe?
So 2/3 things. So today, what's giving me life is that what is it? Meta and YouTube were found liable of like having algorithms that are like addictive to kids.
Yes.
Which I'm like, perfect. And I'm living for the tech takedown because that in combination with Sora being canceled with
and
combination of the metaverse, I'm like, thank God. We are slowly healing. Slowly healing. I am a part of a Reddit called Anti-AI.
Of course you are.
I love it.
Does that mean that device, so the headset that was Meta, just throw it away now?
Yeah.
It's no good anymore?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that Sora, like sadly, but not sadly, but Sora failed because it wasn't profitable.
Yeah, well, and they were. I think they were just about to.
They were trying to go public.
Yeah, so they were trying to ink a deal with Disney,
which they pulled out too, and it was $1 billion deal. And I'm like, girl, you can't. No one's like. This is the thing with AI is like we don't want this. And every tech person's like, it's going to save your life and change your life. I'm like, I don't need this.
But also, I think it's like with the issues that they've been having because like somebody is suing Gronk.
Oh, good.
Is that the one that
Twitter? Elon.
Actually, okay. Because somebody used it to create revenge bait, and it was of teenage girls.
Oh yeah, there's CP. Like,
right. So instead of addressing the issue, it put it behind a paywall. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's not.
Nope.
You know, and I'm like, this is...
Also, another thing giving me life, I'm living for the downfall of tech giants. Like, Elon Musk was found guilty about, like, misleading people for his Twitter bid or whatever. Oh. So I'm like, good. He needs to be under RICO and then also take all of his assets and put him in jail.
Right.
Done. That money, that $700 billion, would be great in America.
Oh, and I love how he was like, I'll pay the salaries of the TSA people while the thing. I'm like, are you? Because you actually could.
Yeah, also, you defunded them in Doge.
Right, exactly. So this is kind of your fault.
Girl.
But I'm like, if this goes on if the TSA, if the DHS shutdown continues, and they don't get it within the next week, and then they go on recess, it will then be $1 billion in wages that they've missed.
Oh my God.
And this is already the third longest shutdown.
In a year.
Shutdown. But like ever.
Yeah, and under Trump.
And all top three are under Trump.
Yeah.
So.
Meanwhile, we're spending $1 billion a day at the conflict of Iran.
Yes. At the behest of Netanyahu.
Yes. So the tech downfalls, and then you'll love this. So I discovered Pokemon ZA.
Okay.
And because I was like, I feel like I want to play a video game.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I feel like Pokemon should have a new product. And so they had re-released like the red or like the leaf and like the other one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to like play one that I've already played like 20 years ago. So there's a new one. It's called Pokemon something ZA, and it's a different gameplay. So it's not like I go, you go. It's like kind of more like
it's open world.
Yeah, and it's really fun.
Okay.
So I've been playing a lot of it, mostly because I was recovering from my diagnosis with shingles over the weekend.
It's a drinking game.
Yes.
How many times are you going to say it?
I feel for you. But I was like, oh my God, this is super fun. And I'm like evolving my little Pokemon and like having fun and like catching them all and doing the things and playing the game. It's nice. I will tell you, it's better than scrolling on social media.
I know.
And all the other things.
I need to stop.
It's hard. I think it's like, because I want to be informed, but I also...
But being informed drains you.
Yeah, I want like just a little bit of news every day, just like a little diet, like a little dose. Like, here's the news.
Yeah, microdosing the news.
Yeah.
Just listen to NPR in the morning, 10 minutes.
I don't have radio. Is it free?
It's just a free podcast.
Oh, it's a Okay, I can do podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts.
They give you the morning updates of the news, and then you're good.
Well, okay. Maybe I'll try that.
Okay.
This is NPR. What's giving you life?
I actually have quite a few things giving me life.
So the first thing is,
this one is not giving me life, but I want to put it out there. So for those of you who are worried about the TSA lines and stuff like that, yes, Houston is really bad because they have huge call-outs. 40% of their staff, TSA staff, is calling out. Atlanta, largest, busiest airport in the world.
Yeah.
They are a gateway airport to everything. So yes, they are very busy. Yes, I understand that the lines are still 3 to 4, 5 hours long. Okay. But that's not everywhere. And you need to stop listening to social media and the news because it's just going to make you upset and freak you out.
Yep.
Some places are not seeing those numbers. Yes, San Diego did have a very large day this past Monday, but that was the first day of spring break. So, yes. And then also, like, I saw a video of a guy, and he's like, listen to the news and listen to social media, and guy to the airport 5 hours early, and it's like him panning around, and it's like empty. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know when you took this video.
Right.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're in Phoenix, sir. Phoenix was never in the conversation. And at any point, Phoenix was never going to enter the conversation. So Nobody cares about Sky Harbor, okay? Right. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to not to diss on anybody from Phoenix. I'm so sorry. But, like, really.
Is that the airport?
Yeah,
Phoenix
Sky
Airport?
Harbor.
Okay. I think I've laid over there, and I will tell you, the bathrooms are vile.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Phoenix.
It was not cute. It was not giving me life.
No. So I felt like I needed to say something about that. So a couple of things. First thing is, okay. I'll have to wait till Andy gets back because he wanted to know about the whole Chappell Roan thing. So I'll talk about that.
Okay.
The Jack Harlow saga.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Okay.
Who's Jack Harlow? Jack
Harlow is a white rapper. He was known for one of his songs. He sampled Fergie's what's the song? Not Fergalicious, Glamorous.
Okay.
And made a song about it and stuff. He sampled that and everything. But he was also the guy who went to the Kentucky Derby, had his security guards carry him across the ground because he was in an all-white suit with white shoes and didn't want to get dirty.
Oh, my God.
So, he has released a new album. And it is all R&B songs. So he is singing. And he's been going to like black radio and doing interviews. And I am living for the dragging of Jack Harlow because like they were like playing songs of like R&B artists. And he was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Oh.
And it's like.
You don't know?
You don't know? Like.
Girl.
But also the biggest thing is the name of his album. His R&B album. The name of his album is Monica.
Monica?
Yeah, Monica. So, yes, you could say that's the name of a woman. But they're also under the impression that he is using it based on a stand-up comedian from a French stand-up comedian from 2023 who did a whole act about when he was, because he doesn't know English that well, when he was at a party, some of his black friends, he thought they were misgendering him by calling him Monica.
Oh, God.
But when you say it really slow...
Oh, no.
It sounds like something else.
That's not cute.
Well, actually, the joke is really funny.
Okay.
But also, like, come on.
If you say it really slow.
We'll talk later. It's not.
But also, like, really, Jack
also,
Harlow?
You're white. You can't
Exactly.
do that.
Don't.
Is he canceled? Can we cancel him?
He might be canceled by the end of this.
I love when white people get canceled.
So the other thing, one other thing, I have a couple things. Okay. So the next one is, I don't know if you saw this viral video right now of the 7 dogs walking along the side of the road in Japan, I think it is.
Okay.
That were dog-napped they were dog-napped to actually be taken to a factory to be turned into dog meat. Yes, it's like also, 7 off of the same village.
I love how you said dog-napped.
Right, I know, but it's true. They were stolen
from the appropriate verbiage.
They were stolen from their village. They all 7 lived in this village, and they were all actually friends. So they all know each other. So,
oh my God, this is like Homeward Bound.
It really is, and it's like so
Japanese
7
style.
of them walking along the side of the road, and they all stayed as a pack. So they were led by a corgi, who would always continuously look back to make sure that they were keeping up.
Oh.
And there was a German Shepherd in the group who actually was injured and couldn't walk as fast as everyone else, so they had to walk slowly. And they all kind of circled around the German Shepherd to make sure that he was okay.
And so they escaped wherever?
They escaped wherever they needed to and all made it back to their village together.
Okay.
And I'm just like, that to me is amazing. Like, no dog left behind. I love that.
Max could never.
No. Right?
If Max was dog napped, he'd be in the food. He would be processed.
All of my stuff that's giving me life right now is like all stuff that's like, I think just good stuff. Also, I'm really living for the Nightingale Lane live version from Abbey Road by Ray.
Okay.
With the London Symphony. Her voice on the song is like
her voice in general is
otherworldly.
Amazing.
It is just the notes she hits and holds and like things she does musically is just astounds me with her ability.
Is she the one that sings the
yeah, she's the Where's My Husband? Yes.
Okay.
Who sings really, really fast and you're like, wait, what?
That's all I know.
So the other one is Pints and Ponytails. This is a thing that dads in England are going to pubs and learning from a hairdresser
I've seen this. It's
how
so
to
cute.
braid their daughter's hair.
Yeah,
So let me tell you, our friend Sarah sent this to us, and I've opened it, and I was like, is this a wig making class? And then I realized what it was, but I was like, that's adorable.
It is so cute, like, because there are a lot of single, like, girl dads, but also there are just girl dads who want to be part of their world, and it's just like, so doing their hair is a great way to do that.
Oh, and it's a good way to connect.
Right,
you know?
because it's like you're physically doing something with your daughter, and you're also getting a chance to talk to them when it's just you two.
Yeah, and you're learning a skill.
Right. So it's fantastic. I think that's such a great thing, and like putting it in a pub so these guys in England can like do it and do it in a way that they will enjoy it is fantastic. All right. So
Is it all single dads?
I don't think it's single dads. I think it's just dads in England learning how to.
Oh yeah, you know what? Typical. They're ahead of the curve.
Yes. You know? So, and the last thing in me life before we talk about chaperone is in India. They in 2021, a number of Indian states enacted a policy that would assign value to women's traditionally unpaid housework. Now, 118 million adult women in 12 states receive unconditional cash transfers from their governments.
Wow.
The cash transfers aren't wages and range from 1,000 to 2,500 rupees, which is about $12 to $30 USD a month, worth roughly 5 to 12% of a household's income.
Oh, wow.
It's not much, but for many women, they say it helps cover the cost of medicines, food, school fees for their children, and the rare personal item. And I love that. I think that's so fantastic that that's happening. So, all right. Before we get into our topic of the week, Andy wanted to know what was happening with the chaperone thing. So, I guess she was in Brazil eating breakfast at a hotel or a restaurant or something like that. And the wife and child of a soccer star was there in the same restaurant. The daughter didn't know if it was chaperone or not. So she walked over to by the table to check to make sure it was her, and then came back to her mom. Then a security guard who says he was with chaperone came over and told them that they weren't, to kind of just like, hey, could you please not come around anymore? We don't want you harassing her, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the exact verbiage. And then, so the soccer star, who was not there, decides to post on his Instagram about the situation and is like, you shouldn't do that to your fans are what made you, blah, 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 blah. And now, because Chappell has also come up before about boundaries with her fans and people and all this stuff and like fame and everything, people took it as she's just being a bitch again, and it's like, and then she's come out and she's like, I don't even know who the security guard was that talked to her. I never saw a child come around. I'm just trying to eat my breakfast. So it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I was just trying to have a bomb dia.
And now I guess she is banned from performing at a festival in Brazil.
Oh my God.
Because of it. And then, and people are coming for her, but I'm also like, okay, first of all, the soccer star was never there.
Yeah. That's what I was confused, because I saw there was like a thing that like he said this thing, and I'm like, what? Like this seems like you're trying to like rage click or whatever.
Right. And you're trying to create a story out of nothing. But also, if whether or not it's her or not, maybe we should have like not bothered her.
Oh yeah,
because she is just trying to eat breakfast.
Well, I think that fans feel an entitlement to celebrities. Right. Like you don't get access just because you want it.
Right, and when I see celebrities, I try to be as very on the down low because I don't want to like create an issue for them. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Like when I saw Spike Lee in the lobby of the W, I was like, he's like, no, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Or like when we saw Coco Montrese at Disneyland.
When we saw Coco Montrese, well, she was happy somebody recognized her. Girl was happy.
Yeah,
but like when we saw Bobby,
is that Coco Montrese?
When we saw Bobby Flay, I was like, should we not? Blah blah blah. Kind of thing.
Oh my God, I know you met Bobby Flay.
Yeah, we were in Rome and we were at a place called Pizzeria. And I said, that's Bobby Flay. And then he was like, no, it's not. So he did exactly, he was that just 10-year-old child who decided to walk over and double check him.
Are you Bobby Flay?
But like, he didn't like. Security did not come and talk to us after that. But like, he went to go check out what was in the counter because it was a walk-up like order at the counter thing. And he could listen to Bobby Flay like order. And he's like, yeah, he came back. He's like, yeah, that's Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay.
And I was like, I know.
Hilarious.
Going up to the counter, just for the record, he was about as far as Paul is from you right now. It's not like
it's not like you couldn't just And he was gonna have to walk by us or something at one point, so it was just like I could have done it then, but it's like whatever. So that's where we're at with that situation, and it's just like I think people are at the point where with Chapel because I think she didn't. Some people don't think that she went about what's happening the right way, but also you have to remember this person like exploded overnight, and they're having to deal with fame.
Yeah, and also like they're gonna have like no one will ever be happy with what anyone does as a celebrity. So like she could do everything perfectly, and she'll still have hate.
And her security, the whole point of security is to make sure that she doesn't see anything, or know anything that's happened.
Yeah,
so they're doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. But again, also, like, just think about, like, when you wake up in the morning and you want to just have breakfast, how mad would you be if bitches came to you and, like, asked for your autograph?
Right.
I would be unhappy with that.
Right.
So we were watching this documentary, and it was about, like, board games, and it was really cool. But one of the guys on this was like, I'm the best kind of celebrity. I am recognized by about 1,000 people. They all just happen to be here right now. But anywhere else I go, nobody knows who I am. Like, that's the perfect celebrity.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be recognized by, like, 20 people. You see me on the street, just let me keep going, girl. You just put your face down and let's keep on walking. I will go on this side, you go on the next.
Pedestin.
Yeah,
keep on walking, I am talking.
Wait, who sings
That's
Walking
Sybil.
By? Oh, no. Isn't that Doris Day?
No. Well, it might
Dionne Warwick.
Yes, Dionne Warwick.
Dionne. Oh my God. It's the goals, girl.
Tim's.
It's the shingles. I'm blaming everything on the shingles. Tired, can't talk, shingles.
Okay, so this week, to circle back to your shingles thing, we were talking about immunity, and I said, hey, he's not going to get immunity for this challenge. It's because we are going to talk about things you didn't know about your favorite or our favorite reality competition shows. Because I was like, you know what? Again, we're all about positivity and, you know, getting your mind out of where it's at right now. Distractions and everything. So we're going to start. Okay, so I didn't do Drag Race because I kind of assumed you were going to do Drag Race.
I didn't do Drag Race either.
Oh, okay.
Girl,
we're not going to do Drag Race.
No, so
but I think also a lot of people know.
I was thinking
You guys have talked about Drag Race.
Yeah, I mean, everything's produced. I was thinking about, like, competition shows, and I was like, okay, I like Chopped.
Okay.
I like The Real Housewives.
Okay.
And then the
Are
other
The Real
ones...
Housewives a competition show, though?
Oh, they are competing, girl. They're competing for airtime.
Oh, yeah, they are. Just like Kelly Dodd right now. The Real Housewives of Orange County. You hear about her? She's like in a feud, but it's like she's like gone full MAGA and everything. Yeah. So.
Oh my God, no! And then like, so yeah, I have Real Housewives, and then just I found some like behind the scenes. Like there was like a BuzzFeed article like behind the scenes like anecdotes of people about like reality TV in general. So yours is I think more tailored to specific competitions because you are way more in the know of like what's happening on TV. As you know, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with one of mine.
Get it, girl.
I'm gonna go through the Amazing Race real quick.
Get it. Let's
so,
race.
They have to meet an age requirement of 18, but there is no age limit on it. So you can be as old as possible as long as you're physically fit and mentally fit and can and you get approved.
So, wait, mentally fit? How do you prove you're mentally fit? Do they take like a test?
Take quizzes.
No shit.
Like, a lot of these they have to take
like a psych exam.
Logic exams, psychiatric like evaluations, all of that kind of stuff.
They want to make sure you're not going to kill people.
I mean,
so team members have to know each other beforehand for at least a year, and teams have to have a relatable relationship.
Okay,
meaning like husband, wife, brother, sister, brother, lovers,
gay lovers.
Yeah,
gay lovers.
I follow them on Instagram.
Submitting audition tapes isn't required anymore. For the Amazing Race.
How do you apply?
Just apply online.
Really?
Yeah. Or they'll scout you. sometimes.
I want to be.
How would
similar.
you like? Just
a look, because you have a look for the camera. They're looking for a specific look.
and they're like, we want to recruit you for the Amazing Race.
Right.
Oh my god.
Do you have anybody you
I
might
can
want to do this
imagine
with?
because some of their contestants are like they're one of the pro sports cheerleaders or a former linebacker, or
right.
there are people
makes
who
sense.
are notable in other contexts.
Yeah.
Huh.
And just like any other show, this is across the board. The teams can't tell anyone they're going on the show. Mm-hmm. That happens to be anyone. Visas have to be obtained before filming starts. So if there's changes or anything, like they get a list of the countries that they'll possibly be visiting. So they have to go on there and obtain any visas that they have.
Oh, they don't get help from the producers?
Correct. Just like there's going to be changes to the EU
It's
at
the
the end of the year.
EITAS. I think it's it's launching 2027.
Right. So we don't have to worry about that right now.
No, we're good.
But we needed to do that for the UK.
Yeah. So production team gives each team a list of countries to obtain visas for, and the process must be handled before they start the race. But that doesn't mean the contestants know where they're going beforehand, as they don't actually visit all the countries on the list.
And they do a lot of countries.
They do like 12 different countries with a couple of different stops in each country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they
try
have to
to.
get all that stuff, documentation figured out first.
Yep. They can't bring their own money, but they can make money along the way. If for some reason a team runs out of money, they're allowed to try to make more by means of, they're not allowed to beg anymore. But bartering or trading, selling their belongings, are essentially any legal way.
What?
I thought they kiboshed that after a while, too.
Well, I think, okay. I don't think so. I think they can still barter, but as long as they get money for it, not for services.
Okay.
So like those guys who were trying to give their stuff away to pay for their cab, you're not allowed to do that.
Really?
They got eliminated because they were trying to do that, and it didn't work because the driver didn't feel like it was enough. So, but if you barter it or for money or sell it for money, then that's okay.
So do they get an allowance?
So each leg, they get an amount of money.
Okay.
For that leg, based on what the production feels like they will get them to where they need to go. So,
But there have been historically, like in some of the early seasons, if you got eliminated, but it was a non-elimination, so you came in last, but it was a non-elimination leg, you'd have to give up all your money, everything in your pocket.
and your belongings.
And your belongings. So you had to start the next leg of the race with nothing.
With
Oh my
whatever you were
God.
wearing and everything too. So like some people, like they didn't have shoes.
Or they would load up multiple layers before they walked onto the mat.
Right, because they knew.
Because they
hoping.
knew it was probably going to be a non-elimination.
But there was one where the non-elimination happened and they didn't have shoes, so they had to beg for money so they could buy shoes at the airport.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would lose the Amazing Race.
Yeah. I think I would do okay on it, but I don't know if I would like have the stamina for it.
I wouldn't know how to make money in a foreign country.
Yeah, I get that.
Go shake your booty.
Well, I mean, I feel like I would be like,
disease.
I would be frugal. I'd be like,
Yeah.
So
one
you're
rupee
single
for
booty.
you. I can't shake my butt right now.
Single booty.
I'm a survivor.
Oh my god.
Not yet. I will be.
Air travel is paid for separately.
By who?
By the production.
Okay.
They get a credit card to do that. They have to travel coach. Well, they have to travel at coach level prices. The reason behind the coach travel rule is to keep production costs down. But if a team can snag business class tickets for the price of a coach seat, like meaning they got upgraded, then it's allowed.
Can you have your airline status there?
Right? I'd be like, can you? Here's my loyalty number. Can you?
Hey, I know I'm on the Amazing Race right now, and I know I booked coach, but I'm platinum diamond, so can you bump me up?
Yeah, exactly. And then they have to pay for they have to buy their cruise tickets also. So each person, each team starts off with a camera person and a sound person who travels with them. And so when you're flying, you have to, even though on camera they're saying 2 tickets, please, off camera they're actually saying 4.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Because if they can't get 4 tickets together on that flight for their crew, then they can't go.
Really?
Because they can't be separated from their crew. Just like they can't be separated from their team member.
Oh, so do they have to front the cost for the crew?
No. Everything is paid for,
Yeah.
but when they buy their ticket, they have to book it for them.
So like when they're trying to get on standby, they're actually waiting for 4 tickets to free up, not just 2.
Right.
This is
So
stressful.
it's crazy, isn't it?
I'm like stressed listening about that.
Well, you said like the two of them together, they have to be together all the time. You can't be more than how many feet?
You can't be more than 20 feet from your team member or 20 feet from the crew.
What if you have to pee? You have to follow them to the bathroom?
Well, they're going to be outside the bathroom waiting for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's very like...
And they're not allowed, like before, teams would overbook flights, like buy more than one ticket on flights and stuff like that, or buy a bunch of different flights, but now they can't do that anymore.
How could they buy the flights? Just
on the credit card? Yeah.
I mean, that should... If I were the producers, I'd be like, you're not doing that.
So now they tell them they can buy one flight and that's it, and that's what they got. Mm-hmm. So if they don't research beforehand now, then that's it.
Well, and we're saying now, but we're still about 8 years.
We're like 27.
Yeah,
season 27, and I think they're like on season 40 something now.
Oh my God.
So there's some of these rule changes happened a while ago.
Yeah. Teams are given information about every country they visit. They're provided a sheet with important information on each country and the do's and don'ts of the culture before they arrive. No reservations can be made in advance. You may think that because of the filming schedule, contestants' flights are pre-booked, but that's not the case. Sometimes they are if they tell them that there's only a certain number of tickets for each flight. Mm-hmm. So there's... They can't travel without the crew. I already said that. They must stand while reading a clue. So when you see them,
oh my God,
at the clue box and they're opening it up, they have to stand there and stand still
while they read it.
And they have to read it out loud, and they can't open it and read it until their teammate is there. That's why when one person gets there, pulls the clue out, they're like, "Hurry up, get over here!" Because they're waiting. They can't do anything.
Watching this show again.
Yeah,
I know, right? It's like it makes you like, oh, I want to be doing this. No time is credited if transportation breaks down. Each competition only lasts 21 days. And
that's it?
Yeah, they have 21 days to film 12 episodes.
Wow. That's intense. Not a lot.
That's not a lot at all.
No.
Teams have to wait for locals to sign releases. So if they ask somebody to use their phone, they have to wait until that person signs a release before they can walk away from that person and start back on the race.
Oh, no.
If they lose, they still make money. Although being eliminated means you're out of the running for the $1 million prize, you can still leave with cash in your pockets. The first eliminated team is sent home with $1,500, and that amount increases by $500 after each elimination. If you're lucky enough to get to third place, you receive $10,000, and the runner-up gets $25,000.
And then the winner's $1 million?
Yeah.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump. Teams have to make room for the crew in transportation. So when they get in a taxi cab or something, when you see them, the two are always like really close together because they have to fit the sound person and the camera person in there with them.
Oh my God.
So
in like a tiny little car.
Well, like if they go on like one of the tuk-tuks or something when they're in like some of these other countries, the camera person and the camera and the sound person will travel in a tuk-tuk beside them.
Because it's too small.
But you can't lose your
they gotta be 20
crew
feet away.
Because if you do, you can't check in to the pit stop. So you have
many rules. I know. But that's what makes it interesting, right?
Yeah. Teams are expected to keep their fanny pack containing their cash, passports, clues, and other documents at all times. If a team checks in without their passport, they will be instructed to go back out on the race course to find it in order to check in. So it's crazy.
I'd be so mad if I had a bad teammate.
Me?
I know, right? Like they're like that happened on an episode where like somebody lost their passport and they checked in and it was a non-elimination leg and they were still in that country, so it was fine. But at the end of the next episode, because they were leaving the country, they couldn't do anything because they got eliminated because they couldn't get their passport expedited enough to get it done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, you would lose your passport.
So, what about Chopped?
Okay, so I have 8 facts about Chopped. So, the first was that the show's original pilot involved a butler and a chihuahua. Chihuahua. So, according to the host Ted Allen, the initial pilot was quite different from what we watched today. Set in a mansion, the show's host was actually a butler who carried a chihuahua. Each time a chef.
Are you working on the bear?
It's the shingles. Each time a chef was chopped, his or her dish would be fed to the dog. Fortunately, Or unfortunately, Food Network thought the pilot was a little too weird for mainstream audiences and brought Mr. Allen on.
So they made it into traitors.
Are you a traitor? I'm going to chop you. This one I think I knew before, but each episode takes at least 12 hours to film. Because I think you had a friend.
Our friend Christian was actually on Chopped Sweets. He won his episode.
Yeah, and I remember we were chatting with him, and he was like, it was a long day.
Yeah.
So contestants wake up at 6 a.m. to begin the filming process, and those who make it to the last round often stay until 8 p.m. or later. Between the cooking, resetting, in between each round, and commentary, Judges deliberations for each round can take about 90 minutes, so it adds up quickly. So you have is it 4 rounds or 3?
It's 3 rounds.
And
it's appetizer, main, and dessert.
And you have all of the stuff in between.
And the time that they get is the time that they get.
Yeah.
They don't make that up. That's the exact time that they get to make that
So they
dish.
film for 12 hours and they edit it down to 42 minutes.
Wow.
So that's a lot of cutting.
But that's also a lot of
cold
ads
food.
too, because it's 18 minutes of ads.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and as of the, I don't know how many seasons there are, but there are more than 30 seasons. I think it's probably at 40 or 50 seasons of Chops now.
When you think about that, though, they're making that food, and it's probably taking an hour or more to judge it. So some of that food's cold by the time.
Yeah. Yep. And you're like, oh, okay, great. I would not want to be a judge.
Now I feel bad for the judges.
Right. Except for some of them. Some of them are kind of mean. So choosing the mystery basket is a complex art. So deciding which ingredients make the cut is a long and intense process. If culinary producer Sarah Hormy and the Food Network executive chef Rob Bleefer need more than 15 seconds to come up with a dish with the given ingredients, they scrap the combo. To ensure ingredients aren't repeated too often, the duo cross-references a huge list of previous baskets so that they don't redo it.
That's probably an amazing spreadsheet.
They're probably using AI now.
Yeah.
Ugh. And AI. Each episode has a backup contestant. So while you may only see 4 contestants on the set, they officially can't start shooting unless they have a 5th standby contestant ready to go. The standby jumps in case someone doesn't show up, gets sick, panics, or chops off a finger in the first round. real
I
chop.
heard that they're only allowed to bring a certain number of knives with them.
So they are, and they can bring their own knives.
Yeah, they can bring their own knives, but I think they're only allowed to bring 6 or 8.
So I have chef's knives with the most personal tools in the kitchen. Chopped acknowledges that and allows contestants to bring up to 7 of their own knives. Okay. Mm-hmm. So other than the backup contestant, there were 9 original judges, and now there's 50 plus.
Yeah.
I think it originally started. Yeah. So it was Scott Conant. Which he's cute. Alex Guarnaschelli, Aron Sanchez, Amanda Freitag. I never liked her. She was kind of rude, but then I grew to like her.
Okay.
Marcus Samuelson.
I love Marcus
Chris
Samuelson.
Santos, Mark Murphy, Jeffrey Zakarian.
So,
I love Jeffrey.
Love GZ.
So, what is it? Santos? Who was the Santos?
Chris Santos.
Chris Santos is the owner of Beauty and Essex in Las Vegas.
Which one was he? Him?
Yes.
Oh, he was also kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
but they had unique things. And then the last one was Manique Chawan.
Yeah, she's great.
And I loved her. She was super, super, super nice. And that guy too, Mark Murphy. They all, the original cast, they had this weird dynamic, but I loved it. The other one is accidents have been known to happen on Chopped After Hours, which makes total sense. And then the last one I have is that the mystery basket really is a mystery. You think that it's just a ratings ploy, but secrecy and shock value are truly crucial for the show.
Well, they also, the contestants don't know the theme for their episode until they actually start filming. So, somebody was upset because when they got onto Chopped, and when they got there, they were like, the theme is sandwiches.
Oh, no.
So it was all the stuff that you would use for that kind of thing.
I love a good
so
sandwich.
I'm that kind of sucks for you, doesn't it?
But that's the whole point of the show. It's you have 30 minutes to make something.
Right.
Do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my next one is Top Chef.
Oh.
So
Love Top Chef.
Just like in Chopped, their judgments can take hours, up to 4 hours, but sometimes can take up to 10. Gail Simmons actually says she dozed off one time because it took so long for everyone to agree. There is an exception to the rule. When the judges couldn't decide unanimously, they called in a man named T-Bone to be the tiebreaker. As the show's still life photographer, T-Bone was usually the only other person who got to taste every dish. Of course, the production crew gets to eat the leftover food.
Oh.
That's good. Doesn't go to waste.
That's nice. Yeah, they don't waste it.
And then for Traitors, one of our favorite shows.
Traitors.
Contestants don't get to decide their status.
Can you like have a preference though?
You can have a preference.
Being married, single, divorced.
Yeah, exactly.
Top, bottom, or side.
DTF, DTT, down to traitor.
Yeah, I think don't you say I'm willing to be? I'd be okay.
On your application, you actually have what would you prefer to be, and then on the second season of Traitors is when Alan Cummings actually sat down with everyone and talked to them and be like, "What do you think? What do you want to do? What would you prefer?"
Like one-on-one?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he does that now, as of season 2 and on. Players are not allowed to sleep in the castle. Neither is Alan Cummings.
Which was so interesting to me because I was like, where do they go?
I think that here's the reason I was thinking about what they have to do that is because of all of the weird other stuff they're doing. Like you'd probably hear it or
the castle is actually a real life people live there.
Oh.
Yeah, so they can't go into all of the rooms in the castle either.
So do they just have like specific wings that they hang out in?
They have a specific wing and they have specific rooms that they're allowed to go in.
And then when they're done filming for the day, they just go to a hotel?
Yeah.
So yeah, when they're done, they go to a hotel not too far away.
It's sequestered.
And so they're sequestered. There's a limit on how much the celebrities can drink. They can have one drink a night.
That's good.
Each player is assigned a welfare team member because the show is mentally and psychologically taxing.
That's good.
They make sure that they have somebody that they can talk to.
Okay.
When things get a little rough.
I mean, that's awesome.
Like off camera? Just
like off camera. That's why when Bob the drag queen talked about what happened on that day that he got eliminated is because he was having a hard time with his mom's death and the welfare person pulled him aside and started talking to him. And then,
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that exists because
that probably they don't have that.
They have that on Survivor as well, especially after people get off Survivor. They're available to them at all the time,
That's
so
good.
they can deal with that.
Good.
Yeah, because a lot of these are just very psychological
and it's intense
taxing.
for a very short time. Yeah,
they're even monitored by security guards at night because they have to make sure these people are not getting out of their rooms as they're trying to move the traitors out. Back to the castle to do their filming.
Oh my god, that's Drag Race.
It's crazy. They're banned from hanging out with each other at the hotel.
Yeah.
Contestants can't enter the breakfast room without permission.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why it's always random who comes in with who together because they make it that way. So there's no people who are making an alliance. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Huh.
So people can't see patterns.
Also, so the contestants can't try to say, oh, well, the last 3 were the ones who were up for elimination.
And you don't know who's going to be on the show with you until you actually arrive. But once you arrive, you do get a cheat sheet that explains who everyone is.
Okay.
And a journal.
Oh.
So you can write stuff down in.
Okay.
But, some of these people don't know who each other are.
Right.
The Real Housewives are not going to know who the people from Big Brother are. So it's
they might.
No,
but they talk about especially this last season, how Lisa Rinna didn't know Johnny Weir and Kara Lipinski,
which is okay. Girl.
That's weird. I'm like
she should know them,
right?
Not if you live in a bubble,
right?
Yeah, Lisa Rinna definitely get it together, girl.
So contestants can't promote their own brands. So Sheree, when she was on, she couldn't wear any clothing from her clothing line, She by Sheree. And she brings that up in every interview. Girl is like, come on. While it's technically a reality TV show, there are no hair and makeup teams on set. So players have to do their own glam if they want.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's impressive.
Which is for the housewives, that's hard for them.
Yeah, they don't know how to do that.
Well, and then you've got drag queens like Monet, Peppermint, and
but they're
Bob.
not in drag, are they?
Well, Monet would come in sometimes in drag.
Okay.
And then you've got Bob, but they're still doing their glam and they're still doing makeup. I love how I did this when I did makeup. I put my hand toward my face.
You were zhuzhing.
Yeah.
Zhuzhing.
Generally, an episode is filmed in one day.
Okay.
Mainly because it keeps the players immersed in the game.
Yeah.
A typical shooting day follows the schedule where they start the day with breakfast, have a mission, have a roundtable, have a murder, and then start again. the cast also has down days in between episodes.
That's good because it's a lot.
So wait, if they have a challenge, where do they shower?
Well, no, they have to change clothes. So they come in their final end of day look for breakfast.
Oh.
They change clothes for the mission. They have to redo their makeup and their glam into their.
Yeah, I'm sure at the castle they have rooms where they can
they have
dressing
bathrooms,
rooms
like
because
bathrooms.
Alan has his own room there where he can like change into his stuff, but he's not allowed to stay at the mansion.
That is interesting.
Even Alan doesn't get.
Even Alan is not allowed to stay at the
thought it was his
mansion.
mansion.
I know, right?
I've been deceived.
Oh.
I love this show
Where
so
does the
much.
dog stay?
And where does what is
The
Fergus
rent-
even?
Yeah, where's Fergus?
Does Fergus even work there? Is that just made up? What's your next one, Joe? I am loving this because I love knowing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the fun facts, because I think what's interesting is like if you're into a show and then you find out the facts about it, like then it makes you like it even more.
Yeah.
So I have some Housewives fun facts.
Okay.
And I think these are mostly generally known. So like Andy Cohen basically can make or break your housewife career because he's an executive producer. Right. So he makes casting decisions for all of the shows, and that he basically can do good to your career or not do good to your career. Another fact is that it was almost given a completely different name. So the Orange County franchise, which is the original one,
OG from OC.
Yeah, was going to be named Behind the Gates.
I heard about that, yeah.
It wasn't conceived as a franchise. It instead meant to look at the lifestyle of those who lived inside the gated communities of Orange County. It was also a last-minute call to add of Orange County to the Real Housewives title in case Bravo wanted to do spin-offs, which was
very
marketing.
Smart.
Vicky, I never know how to pronounce it. Gunvalson is the original OG of Orange County. So she's like the OG Real Housewife. She was the main cast member from season 1 to season 13, and then was demoted to Friends of the Housewives in season 14. While she is known as being one of the longest-standing housewives, she has her son to thank for it all. Rumor has it that Michael, her son, saw an ad in the newspaper about a new reality show. But when he went to meet up with the team behind the show, they fell in love with his mom, and that's how she got her stint.
Okay.
The franchise has exploded over the years, now having 10 international versions. Yeah. The Real Housewives of Orange County was followed by New York, Atlanta, New Jersey, D.C., Beverly Hills, Miami, Potomac, Dallas.
Wait, there's different D.C. and Potomac?
I think. Is there?
Different, yeah.
Oh.
Although the Real Housewives of D.C. and the Real Housewives of Miami were canceled.
Okay.
It has international success with Housewives of Athens, Vancouver, Melbourne,
Dubai.
Sydney, Cheshire, Auckland, Toronto, Hungary, and Johannesburg. And then there's a Bangkok version set to premiere.
Let's watch Real Housewives.
I didn't realize it was that international.
Bangkok's going to be a lot of ladyboys. The
Oh.
real ladyboys of Bangkok.
There's a Instagram page, and it was like, "Are you lady or lady boy?" And it's a bunch of ladyboys. It's like lady boy, because they are they look beautiful and stunning. There have been 18 spin-off shows featuring some of the standout housewives with new installments. It started with Date My Ex, Joe and Slade in 2008, from Joe De La Rosa, who was an OC housewife. And then the most recent spinoff was from Atlanta, and it's Portia's having a baby. And then another one was Vanderpump Rules. So Lisa Vanderpump became into Vanderpump Rules. The Real Housewives of Orange County isn't the only franchise that almost had a different name. Cast member Jill Zarin, Ramona Singer, Alex McCord, and Luann de Lesseps were originally cast on the show called Manhattan Moms, which ended up being Real Housewives of New York City. And then the housewives have to sign a contract that says they can't sue another cast member for anything that happens during filming.
That makes sense.
You should.
But they always talk about, then what about Salt Lake when she's like, I'm going to sue you?
Yeah, but they can say it, but they can't do
Lisa Barlow is going to sue everybody.
Yeah, but are you? Wine throwing is one of the signature moves a housewife will pull out during an argument, and it was the Real Housewives of Orange County, Tamra Judge, who threw the first glass.
Yep, at somebody at dinner. I remember this episode.
At the time, she was fighting with former cast member Gianna Cow, and that was when things got heated. She threw red wine in her face.
The red wine.
Did she say, "Jane, you ignorant slut"?
Probably. And then my last one is that the reunions are typically aired in a 2 to 3 part specials broken up into hour-long specials. But the reason there's more than one episode, according to E! Online, filming reunion takes actually 12 hours.
Yeah, because between the glam and then just trying to get them to shut the...
Oh my God.
And
Andy
after
Cohen
crying,
walked out.
they have to-
Andy Cohen walked out during the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion.
Did you see Bronwyn's new boyfriend?
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah. Good
Good for her.
Good for her. So my next one is Survivor.
Okay.
So they have to disclose their medical history because somebody just recently in one of the most recent seasons was actually eliminated and taken out of the game because he didn't disclose that he was on lithium.
Oh.
So
What's lithium for?
lithium is for, I think it's like, don't they use that for antipsychotic? Yeah.
It's also great at batteries.
Bipolar, yeah.
So he didn't disclose that, so he was taken out of the game.
Oh my God.
All clothing is pre-approved, has to be pre-approved because the production team goes through each contestant's luggage before they arrive, mainly to make sure they're not sneaking in prohibited supplies, but also make sure that they aren't all wearing the same colored t-shirt.
Oh my God.
And that their wardrobe will capture well on camera. They also can't wear any logos.
I think that's a great idea that they're thinking about because, yeah, you don't want a bunch of one color. And
Yeah.
Although there have been in the past, fire department in New York, or like
Right, but like that's something that they work with. It's not a commercial
brand.
Right, it's not a commercial brand like Nike or something like that. They must stick to their tribe's camp, so they can't visit opposing tribes' camps.
Oh.
So contestants can't steal from one another, but they can search through their things, which I'm not okay with. I
Wait
think
a
that's
minute.
so weird.
So you can go through my stuff?
Because people can go through people's bags when they leave it at camp to look for like hidden tribal immunity idols and things like that if they have it. They can't take the immunity idol, but they know that they have it.
Okay, so are you supposed to just keep it on your person at all time?
Are they
Yes.
allowed, are they
Or
allowed
put
to
it up your butt?
hide it.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to
Hide
smell it?
places.
Smell that laundry.
Probably, yeah. Probably smells like butt.
Yeah.
Because they had it up there.
Smells like shingles.
Damaging the environment is cause for elimination.
Good.
You can only build a shelter from what you can find. So when you see them like getting bamboo and stuff from off the ground, that's because it fell there or something like that. They can't actually chop trees down.
Interesting.
Because that would be damaging
I
the
thought you were going to say
environment.
production, like, put all of this stuff in the forest that they're allowed to use. For
Yeah, exactly.
And back when they would rotate it around, because they're kind of stuck right now in the same location because they got a good deal.
Right,
with the
because it's
government.
Fiji, yeah.
But
They got a good
before
deal
that,
for the island.
They'd have to go and negotiate new deals with each country for the location.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And then the contestants are allowed to communicate with the production crew, but the production crew is not allowed to communicate with them.
So, like,
So if they were to ask a production something, they would just get silence from them. Votes must be written and spoken out loud to count. So when you see them at the end when they're doing their voting at tribal council, they're holding it up and they have to say who it is and why.
interesting.
Yeah. So that's part of it. Some contestants become jury members. Jury members are sent to live in the Ponderosa house together. But just like every other competition show, nobody goes home.
I was going to say, when you're eliminated, where do you go?
You go to you basically in Survivor, you're on vacation from then on.
Oh.
Unless you're a jury member, then you stay in the Ponderosa house. They still do stuff with you, but the ones who don't make jury are just hanging out and
Okay.
living their best life.
That's what I would want to
Yeah.
do. Eliminate me first episode. I'll just hang out in Fiji.
But with that, they can earn up to $40,000 for their continued appearance. So that's why in the new era of
Incredible.
Survivor, you see a lot of people going, I just want to make it to the jury. I just want to make it to because they want to leave with money.
Well, and you get the exposure.
You get the exposure being in
episode.
every episode, basically.
So the jury is the judgment at the end, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's the last 7 or 8 or
Yeah.
9 people, depending on the season.
And then all players must attend Survivor School, conducted by one of the show's most experienced producers. They explain, they give briefing of the tasks and demands they'll face ahead of filming. They're shown things like basic shelter building, fire making, how to maintain hygiene, which nuts to eat, which plants are poisonous, and just overall jungle safety. It doesn't give them a leg up because they're just given the basics. They're not shown, they're not given a way to do it themselves yet.
And they
This is cool. Nick's showing a picture of
the production on
the production area.
I love
Wow.
the production area.
Yeah, they're not allowed to go in that area either. So they're not allowed to they're only allowed a certain amount of space from their base camp.
I was gonna say so they're just sequestered on this specific area.
Yes.
And they're never allowed to be away from the camera crew.
They're not allowed to be away from the camera for very long because the camera's always going to follow you. You have no privacy. You can't sit out 2 challenges in a row because during season 44, Claire Rafson chose to sit out 3 challenges in a row, which is not okay. So players must use the surroundings as restrooms. So the jungle and the ocean are your options. Just keep in mind there's no toilet paper. Jeff Probst said aqua dumps, as the players call them, which take place in the ocean, are quite popular. You just want to make sure to know if you are upstream or downstream before you commit. Now, this is weird because this changed after quite a few seasons, but players are not allowed to bring food rewards back to camp. So when you win a reward, most likely it's always food. So it's like a pizza party. It's like you go to this place and you get steak and blah, blah, blah. Outback's and Chili's is doing a special pop-up restaurant for you and stuff like that. Well, in the first couple of seasons, people would then take sneak back food, putting it in their pocket. Sneak back is, we can see you. But they would take it back to camp to give to their tribe mates. But they can't do that anymore. Just like in a recent season, I forget which one it was, something in the 40s or something like that. Somebody was trying to put rice in her pockets to take back to camp with her. And Jeff's like, we can see you, so you're just going to need to empty out your pockets. And if they win a food reward that happens back at camp, because there's sometimes when they do that, especially when everybody has been put into one tribe, and you getting towards the end, they'll do food rewards back at camp to kind of sow dissent between everybody. There's a certain amount of time, and after that, the reward is finished. So you could have 45 minutes to eat as much pizza as you can.
Oh, and then you can,
and then it's done.
Interesting.
Purge it because is Survivor weight loss a real thing?
Survivor weight loss is a real thing.
You're on
especially in
no
the early
food,
because I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were basically not squandering the not letting you eat, but it kind of
no. But what they do is they do have a lot of weight loss because it's you're given a lot of times you're given a basic necessity of just rice. They used to give them beans, but they don't give them beans anymore.
Well, they used to not give them water, but now they make a water source.
They have a well. And then for a while they weren't even giving them rice. They had to earn
rice, but no pot or no food to make a fire.
Wow.
Yes. So you really are trying to make the best of it. And they tell you what you can eat. And also you can't eat anything until it's approved by production. So if you're going out there foraging for stuff, you have to show them what it is so they can make sure it's not poisonous.
Yeah,
that's
a liability. Oh my god, yeah.
And you're not allowed. You're allowed to hunt animals and stuff like that for food, but you're not allowed to hunt them for sport.
Oh.
So
they go fishing.
If you're going to kill that rabbit,
they go fishing, and they've killed.
I love rabbit.
They've killed rats before on an island and ate that.
But
it's a no for me.
What if they have diseases?
Well, I hope that when you cook it, it kills a disease.
That's why they check with production.
What if the rat had shingles?
I'm a little.
Listen. Or Ebola.
And then my last thing is players are not allowed to keep unused idols anymore. So if they got an immunity idol, before you used to be able to keep it. But now they've gotten smart where they may want to use it later on as a flashback kind of challenge. So they've been kind of keeping that from people, from taking it home. Not that you should be leaving with an unused idol anyway. You should be using idols.
Don't
but if you get blindsided, that's on you, girl. Too. I know we have a ton more, but I think we.
No, I was going to say
we could do a
part two.
Yeah.
Part two.
Yeah.
Part two.
But it's because I think this is so fascinating, but that just might be me. I don't know.
I think what I think is interesting about reality TV just in general is that as a consumer of reality TV, you don't realize how much production is going on behind the scenes. Like, it could be American Idol, it could be a Survivor, it could be Drag Race. Like, there's so much that you are not aware of.
You kind of know production is doing something, but it's also like how much of it is production, how much of it, like, how much do they control, and what are the constraints? Because, like, when you start watching something like The Amazing Race, we didn't know that was a rule that you had to stand there and read it out loud.
Yep.
You know, like, you could get eliminated or, like, a time penalty just for that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's also cool to watch how the rules change over time.
Yeah.
because something happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they create a rule about it.
Because they didn't realize that was something that could happen.
Yeah.
And now they're like,
the worst.
Oh shit, we need a rule.
That's a loophole. We need to close that one.
But I also think that, like, reality shows, when the production part of it is not obvious, they're better.
Yes.
It's when you see them, like, we were watching something recently, we're like, I know that they put them both in the same room for that reason. Like, where you can kind of read the lines that they force that.
Or like in Drag Race, when you can tell, like, who's going to be a winner just the way that it's produced, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, and you can kind of see when, like, certain things are going to start happening, because we'll watch something and it'll be like, oh, they're talking about how this is their thing, and, like, he's going home.
Yeah.
Like, we were just watching America's Culinary Cup, and there was, like, this guy who won a Michelin Green Star for sustainability, and the culinary commandment was sustainability. And spoiler alert, he went home.
I guess it wasn't sustainable.
But you knew as soon as he said that at the beginning, you're like, oh,
he's going home.
It makes for good TV.
I think for the next one, we should do some deep cuts. Like, I was thinking about Next from MTV. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Room Raiders.
Oh, my God.
We should find some of those.
Or
and, like,
Date Your Mom.
the old ones are so fun.
MTV had a lot of
so that'll
shows.
be
Like, I remember Date My Mom, and I was like, this is weird. But it was good. And all the, like, it was fun when they had, like, the gay edition, because it was, like, very gay people. Like, oh, yeah, they're gay. Like, it's like, are you obviously, like, over-the-top gay? Perfect. Come to our show.
You're hired.
All right, everyone. Well, have a great week. Thank you.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.